Teaching someone a skill is rewarding, but teaching somebody how to drive is actually giving them independence. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Biz Guide 101. I'm excited today we're speaking my favorite thing, driving, that is. In fact, driving school. In studio, I've got Moabi, Octavia. How are you, Octavia?
Well, and you, Deboho?
No, good, thanks. Octavia, you've been from reception coming here. You know, is that the attention you get when you're driving?
Actually, I do, because I drive a branded vehicle, so my phone just rings constantly, hey?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and most of the time it's not people inquiring about driving lessons.
Oh, they're inquiring? Oh, okay. No, I don't want to get into that one. Okay, driving school.
Yes.
How does one get into this business? I mean, you guys have been running this business for 48 years.
Absolutely. It's a very, very rewarding business, as you say. You know, training people is exciting, and you give them independence. You need a reliable vehicle. You know, it has to be branded and have dual control and comprehensive insurance, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, maybe let's start from the top.
Okay.
Before the vehicle, I want to start this business.
Okay.
So how do I go about it? Do I need training into it, or I just go into it because I've got a driver's license?
No, you can't just go into it. It's a specialized skill.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need training. Okay, and you need the basics. That's an instructor certificate.
Okay.
Okay, so in order to get an instructor certificate, you must go to the department, the licensing department,
Okay.
to have your fingerprints taken. Okay, and then those fingerprints go to Pretoria for verification purposes. 2 weeks later, then you go for a health check at the doctor.
Okay. So then now the instructor certificate, how much is it?
Okay, instructor certificate is 336. But the fingerprints is 50 rands.
Okay.
To have them done.
336
rands. Yeah.
Or that is then for the fingerprint, it's 50 rands.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you pay that into the bank. You wait for 2 weeks to get your fingerprints verified, and then you go to the doctor for a health check. The consultation is about 100 rands.
Okay.
Yeah, so they check your diabetes, hypertension, all of that. Okay, and then what you need to do is you need a letter that goes to the Department of Transport. So you're going to get a date whereby you're going to be tested. So you literally get tested on the learner's license. You do that test, okay, and then after that you do the practical training. And once you pass, that's when you pay the 336 then to get your instructor certificate.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Then now coming into equipment, obviously I need a car.
Yes, a reliable vehicle, please.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What you've seen unreliable ones. So now obviously. What do you do? Would you advise a brand new car or a good second-hand?
Well, a good second-hand is fine, but I think a brand new car would work best, you know, because then you still have your maintenance plan and things like that.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, but if you can't afford a brand new car, a demo vehicle is okay, or a car from an auction, as long as it's a reliable vehicle, and you need to have dual control installed on it. And by that I mean...
Dual control?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's pedals. On the passenger side, where the instructor will be seated, you need your clutch and your brake there. And for that, it's about 650 rands, depending on the type of vehicle.
Okay. Or dual control. Okay.
Yes.
So that's the only thing I need?
No,
a car and a dual control?
You need insurance, comprehensive insurance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that ranges, you know, obviously, depending on the type of vehicle you have, from 900 rands per month. It also depends on other features that you have there. Like if you have the Skytrax or Netstar, whatever, that you have on it, and other features, then it will be slightly more insurance. But basically 900.
Is it? Okay, so now, not only that you guys have been in existence for 48 years,
right,
but you guys have decided on a niche for disabled people.
Yes.
Okay, tell me, how does that work? Is it the same dual control, or how does it work?
You know what, I'm glad you asked me about that, because that is so exciting for me. I'm the champion for that. And the adaptations
I see your face glows when you
I
speak
know,
about
I
that.
love it to bits, hey? Okay, with regards to training persons with physical disabilities, the car is specifically adapted for that sector. So we use hand controls, meaning you put the wheelchair, crutches or whatever at the back, and then your client drives using their hands. Okay, so it's lovely. And then on the steering wheel, you have what is called a golf ball spinner.
Okay.
Yeah, for steering function. Okay, and then you can also have your indicators extended. Okay, so it's just different adaptations for
depending on the needs.
Absolutely.
But now, how much will that cost me?
Sure, a fully adapted vehicle would be about 70,000 even, hey? And that's excluding, because
Okay, is that just for the mechanisms and
Yes.
controls?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. But you can start off with the basic hand controls because sometimes you need a left accelerator, left foot accelerator, because accelerator's on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's also quite pricey depending on the type of vehicle. That's why I gave you a ballpark figure of 70K. Hey?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Then now starting this driving school day one, do I need employees?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Okay, so besides the instructor certificate, you need to be trained, as in like you must know what driver training is all about. It would be best if you do an advanced and defensive driver training course.
So now we need an advance as well.
Yes.
You don't say this woman. And how much is the advance
It's
now?
about 2,500.
Okay, I think that's the one that I need.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, just for control.
Yes, okay, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can go for a facilitator course if you feel the need, or assessor or moderator, because it's best to be specialized in your skill, to be a subject matter expert. It also opens up doors because I'm an assessor and moderator registered with Transport Education Training Authority, CETA, so you do get work in other areas as well in the transport sector.
Then now to do all those courses, how much would it cost?
Okay, an assessor, moderator, and facilitator course is on special now for about 3,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's a 4-day course.
Oh, nice, nice.
And the other institutions that give comprehensive driver training courses for 3 days, about 4,400 rands. Yeah.
Okay.
Initially, you start on your own. You need to be an expert in the field and know what's going on the ground, Okay. Then you set your own standard with regards to training, and then you can train other people and employ people, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then in terms of now location, obviously, I've got a vehicle. Where do I keep this vehicle?
Has to be in a garage, locked up safely.
Locked up garage. Then now, marketing of this business. You spoke that you drive a branded vehicle.
Yes.
So obviously, besides branding your vehicle, maybe branding your vehicle, how much does it cost?
It depends also on the branding that you have, but let's say from 850.
850?
Yeah.
Branding a vehicle?
Yes, well, it depends. Sometimes you just have your name on there and a big L and caution learner driver. Or you can go wild like we have and write everything on the vehicle, and attract attention and get calls all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is also good.
Okay. So then now, besides branding your vehicles, what other methods do you use to market yourself?
Social media.
Social media.
Yeah, so social media is very, very important. Your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram. You have to have a good website, and the website, it depends on you. If you want a very, very expensive, fancy website, then you go to a specialized company who will tailor-make one for you, for what, 3,000 rands or whatever, and they manage it. Or you can go for a basic website whereby you just get the domain for 99 rands and free hosting. Or you get your domain and then the hosting at, what, $3.99 a month. It just depends. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So then from the, do you do any exhibitions, showcases?
Absolutely. With regards to exhibitions, they're quite pricey, hey? Depending on the stand, a 3x3 meter stand is from 10,000 rands.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So then now let's speak pricing. How do you charge for this business? I mean, obviously, I understand one needs to do their learners, one needs to do their, how do you charge?
Okay, a learner's license is $450. Okay. But some people prefer to do it on their own, meaning at the testing station, you're going to pay 108 rands for the test. And then when you receive your learner's license, you pay 60 rands.
Okay. Then for a driver's test, I'm now asking from you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, for the adapted driver training, it's from $270 per hour, but it depends where you are. So we work on a radius, okay? And then for manual driver training, it's from $180 to $250, also depending on the radius.
Okay, the $270 is for?
Adapted driver training.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for persons with physical disabilities.
Oh, okay.
Remember, the pricing there changes, because the specialized skill, there's more equipment. Like, for instance, we have a transferring board to transfer the client from their wheelchair into the car. Okay. So for all those little things.
Then how many lessons would one need to take?
It depends on the individual, hey, because we're all different, but we initially start you off on 10 lessons. Okay. Yeah, because some people take more, some people are fine with 10. It just depends on the individual, hey.
Is it? Also, but 10, it's the standard?
Yes.
Okay. Then from there, afterwards, once then a person has gone that route, you'd say now they're ready to run this business?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Okay, but now, because now you go to the township or whatever, there's a lot of different driving schools.
Right.
What is the one thing that, okay, I know with you, the one thing that has set you apart is that you guys have put a niche for targeting people with disability.
Right.
But now for a normal person, what would you say the importance of setting yourself apart from the rest?
You need to constantly reinvent yourself, hey? don't just stick to one thing. You know, a lot of driving schools are there, like you say, but make sure that you keep educating yourself because there's a lot of information out there. So you need to keep abreast with the industry and go to meetings, join associations, read and read and read. You know?
Okay, keep equipping yourself. It's what Octavia has said. Reinventing yourself, that's what I like. But this is a good business, I think, to go into. More than anything, I see the most emphasis here, it's on training. Because the basic instructor training, it costs about 336 rands. So, and what you need to do the fingerprints at traffic department, that's about 50 rands. And you need to do the medical test assessment, that's about 100 rands with any doctor. But not only that, because I thought that was it. So you also need advanced driving. That's about 2,500 rands. And what is you say the 3,000? It's for advanced facilitation,
yeah,
yes.
Assessor and moderator,
yes.
Yeah.
So obviously, because you're going to be training people, being a facilitator, moderator, and assessor. Currently, she said there's a special running of about 3,000 rands, but the price range will be about 4.5 or 5,000. So it depends as to where you actually do it. So the most basic equipment or tool that you need in this business, it's a car. So the car we didn't discuss because obviously car prices range depending whether you want to go the bank finance route, you want to go brand new second hand, or you're going to take one of the family relatives' car and decide to turn it around. But that one we didn't really touch. So you'll see as to which car you decide to use. But what we touched though, it was the controls. The dual controls that you need to be driving. The person that you're teaching the side, in case they're going to hit a tree, you need to be able to control from the other hand. So the dual control, it's about 600 rands. So that's what you need most especially. And another thing now for the controls of somebody with disability, if you're deciding to go that route, the entire mechanism in that car costs about 70,000, but that is their niche. So you decide as to which need you want to focus on, and more especially what's important, insurance for that car, because you could be involved in an accident or anything could happen. To be insured is very important. So about 900 rands a month for insurance is very key in this instance. So for such a business, it's a business that you can definitely start on your own. You don't need employees from day one. So take advantage of that. Do this business. And now the good thing about it is that as well in terms of location, this is a business that you can start from home with a locked garage, because definitely that car needs to be locked up, needs to be safe at night. So importantly, branding of these vehicles, because when you're driving there, you need to be identified as a driving school, contact numbers and NL to identify that people and that you are a driving school, so that they become impatient. They become patient with you on the road, because you know how impatient we can get, right? So that is very important. So for branding of stickers or that vehicle, it's about 850 rands. And another thing that we need, obviously now, that is for exhibitions. If you're going to go the exhibition route, they went the exhibition route, you could be doing 10,000 per 3x3 stand. So it's all up to you. But another route that she's been using social media. Social media and word of mouth, I think they're the best free tools that one could take definitely advantage of. So I've broken my cost two ways. If ever you're going to be going the route without the exhibition, that is actually 11,406 rands to start this business. But if you're going to be adding exhibitions, that's about 21,406 rand. So, but obviously, remember, this is a cost that excludes the car. So once you include the car, obviously, the cost will go up depending on the type of car that you're going to get and how you're going to be getting this car, definitely. Octavia, thanks a lot. I think keep doing amazing work.
Thank you.
And please stop distracting people on the road and people calling you and creating stuff here. But
no,
we really
I like
appreciate
the calls. Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Okay then. Guys, that's all we had for you today with the driving school. Let's keep driving. More than importantly, buckle up. Catch us again next time for another exciting episode of Biz Guide 101 with myself, Godfrey. Adios.